Yeah, you might. A few weeks back, you may remember the Canadian Transportation Agency had stated the use of vouchers instead of airlines issuing refunds could be a reasonable approach to impacted passengers given the extraordinary circumstances of COVID-19. But air passenger rights advocates argued the CTA was misleading the public when it came to the laws and regulations around airlines and whether or not airlines were obligated to give impacted passengers their money back. Then, just yesterday, the CTA released more details on its statement on vouchers. The CTA is now stating that its previous statement on vouchers is not a binding decision, but rather a suggestion to airlines and passengers given the global collapse of air travel. And perhaps most importantly, the CTA clarified the statement on vouchers suggests what could be an appropriate approach in extraordinary circumstances, but does not affect airlines' obligations or passengers' rights, adding, if you think that you are entitled to a refund for a flight that was canceled for reasons related to the COVID-19 pandemic and you don't want to accept a voucher, you can ask the airline for a refund.
In terms of the public, it is a positive development because I've seen the original statement on vouchers being used by airlines and tour companies to dispute chargebacks, by insurance companies relying on it. So now that kind of reliance is going to become more difficult because there is an FAQ which says the opposite of what the statement suggests.
Now, the CTA also states if you think you are entitled to a refund and the airline refuses to provide one or offers a voucher with conditions you don't want to accept, passengers can still file a complaint with the CTA, which will then determine if the airline complied with the terms of its tariff. The other route you can try in terms of getting a refund is to call your credit card company and tell them you paid for a service that you did not receive and that you want your money back and you did not agree to a voucher. Again, we have heard of some people having success with that approach. And if you have a consumer issue for me, you can always email me at consumermatters@globalnews.ca.